day 90 of the journey to pro MMA and bodybuilding. 90. That's pretty sick. 10 days away from 100. Man, super cool. Today is leg day. We're gonna do what we did last time, but we're gonna go a little heavier. And yeah, it's gonna be good. You know, we're gonna keep seeing how the ankle's feeling. It's had a little bit of a flare up in the last couple days. And I mean, to be honest, it's only been in the last couple days that I've started being a little more active. You know, like I've been hitting the heavy bag. I've been doing a heavy bag session after every lift. Could be a bad sign. I don't know. I don't want to be so wary that I just take forever to come back to MMA training. But I also don't want to rush it so much that I go headfirst into an injury, you know? So I don't know. I'm trying to be cautious without letting my caution completely kill my progress. You know what I mean? Anyway, so we're just going to monitor it. We're going to see how we feel today. I am wearing right now a shirt that you can't really see it. You'll see it more when you get out, but I can announce officially my partnership. I just posted my first bit today on Instagram promoting it. I have partnered up with Bicep Party, bicepparty.com. They make gym humor apparel, and it's awesome. I love gym humor, and a lot of what I do on social media these days really is like on the humor side of things. I really like that. And yeah, so I'm wearing a shirt right now that has William Shakespeare on it, and it says, to blast gear or not to blast gear, that is the question. It's just funny, like, because I'm natty, but I love steroid jokes. I probably joke about steroids more than any other natty gym content creator. I just think it's funny. So I got that. I got a couple other shirts from them that they sent me kind of as a welcome package, as a partner to the brand now. But yeah, if you go to bicepparty.com, I'll put that right here, bicepparty.com, and you use code NATE, you'll get 10% off of your order, and 10% will come to me. So if you want to wear stuff that is super funny, that's going to get some laughs, it's going to be a good talking point, and you want to support me, use code NATE at checkout for Bicep Party. There's another brand I'm talking with right now that is on the meal prep side of things that I'm possibly going to be partnering with soon, so we'll have to see there. But that announcement may be coming soon. So yeah, things are going super well over here. I'm excited to have another, normal leg day, get back to leg day actually feeling how it's supposed to. Super excited for that. My legs feel like they've recovered from all the walking that I did at the Arnold as well, because as I mentioned during that vlog, it was hard doing that full body split. We didn't even really hit legs because of how just ridiculously weak the joints and our muscles felt. It was crazy, honestly. It was insane. But we are going to hit legs. We're going to hit legs normally today. Super excited for that. I'm going to be super careful on calf raises because last time it was calf raises that were the only ones that actually kind of hurt my ankle a bit. But yeah, so anyway, excited for that. Excited for all of this. I had a bit of a calorie, I don't know if I want to say relapse, but sort of a calorie relapse last night. I didn't go above maintenance, so it wasn't that bad, but don't need to get into all of that, but it was just a tough day yesterday, and I let the excuses get to me, honestly. I don't have any good reason for letting that happen, because ultimately there is no good reason to let that happen. So, want to hold full accountability to you guys today. I'm taking a few hundred extra calories off of my intake today to make up for it. Potentially tomorrow as well, because I need to take this serious, and my mood should not dictate my habits. So definitely going to be doubling down on it today and over the next several days. I'm going to be doing a little extra cardio today too. So definitely going to be taking, I really need to be taking getting lean very serious. You know, that's honestly the number one priority right now. My number one priority, fitness-wise, period, right now, is just get lean and work on my MMA techniques. Which, pretty soon, I don't know if any of y'all are familiar with Icy Mike. He has a YouTube channel that is very, very popular amongst the martial arts and self-defense crowd. He and I have been talking. He wants to make a video with me where he's going to train me on my striking, and he's going to help me improve there. And really excited for that. That's going to be something that I think is going to bring me a long way. It's going to help me having that one-on-one training. I'm still trying to get it set up to do one-on-one training with a couple of the ex-UFC guys who I've been talking to. The one who I've been talking to in particular right now has really been dragging his feet. I've DM'd him a bunch of times asking him for his rates and availability and everything, and he just kind of keeps saying, I'll have to see. So I'm thinking I might need to go with someone else, because I don't know why. I mean, I'm offering to pay him, so it's not like I'm asking for anything free. I don't really know why he'd drag his feet, but, you know, his time is his time. He's allowed to do with it what he wants, but definitely confuses me a bit. So I'm going to try to get some one-on-one things set up very soon. Because honestly, this is another thing I'm juggling right now, honestly, is I've gotten the advice from a lot of people that literally one-on-one session a week would be more valuable to me than a bunch of times per week in a class setting, especially in the early stages. Now, here's the problem though. I want to be able to spar regularly, because that is where I see a ton of growth as well. I need to be sparring multiple times a week. But I mean, I haven't been getting anything out of the drills that we've been doing in classes. Like, honestly, I just kind of get lost. I think one-on-one training is what I need. Class settings are not, they're not hacking it for me. The only thing really that I would say I'm getting out of these practices is conditioning, which I'm already getting if I just add my own cardio. And then it's the sparring, because sparring is that, you know, trial by fire where it's like, you know, you're actually in it and you're experiencing it. You're getting used to sparring regularly. So my thought is I need to juggle and figure out whether or not it would be a better idea to train one or two, you know, a handful of times a week with a one-on-one coach who's dedicated just to me, and then have my own regimen that I do on my own, and find a sparring partner who I can spar with regularly, or several. You know, whether or not that would be more valuable to my time than going a bunch of times a week to a class setting. Because I'm not sure, or, you know, maybe I need to do both. Maybe I need to take one of my days where I go and I do my class setting every week, and I need to just say, you know what, I'm not going to do my classes today, I'm just going to do one-on-one. I'm just not sure, because, again, I need to see dramatic improvement, and I only have 4 or 5 months left before I'm traveling full-time, and my training is going to be a little different. I'm still going to be able to train, but it's going to be different, and it's not going to be as routine as it is out here. So I'm kind of going back and forth on what I should do there. You know? Kind of going back and forth. I'm not sure yet. It's something to consider, and it's something to think about. So I'm going to get in touch, I think, with maybe my coaches that are at the MMA gym that I've been at, and get their thoughts on it. And then I also just honestly need to make sure that there is a one-on-one guy who's, you know, a relatively short drive away that I could meet with either once a week or once every 2 weeks, something like that. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what I can work out. Because anyway, I need some dramatic improvement, and getting very limited feedback, you know, because class setting, let's just be real, it is very limited feedback. I'm just not sure it's enough. I'm not sure it's enough for me right now. Because, you know, if my goal really is to go pro as soon as possible, and by go pro as soon as possible, I don't mean literally go pro as soon as possible. I mean be at a pro level as soon as possible. I need one-on-one coaching. Like, it's just what it comes down to. I need one-on-one coaching. So maybe that means picking up an extra work shift every week to be able to afford it, and then making sure I have the time for it. Maybe that's what it means. And if that's what it means, cool, I can do that. Yeah, so anyway, that's just where my head's at right now. Working out some things, figuring out some things. But for today, all we're going to focus on is getting a solid, nasty leg day in the books, hitting it with some insane intensity, getting some bag work in, maybe doing some swimming afterwards. I think I'm going to do some swimming for some cardio. You're not allowed to film in the pool section, obviously, so you guys aren't going to see that, but I think we're going to do that. Hit the steam room, since the sauna is still out of order. Hit the steam room. That'll help us sweat some more, you know, lose some more, you know, get that system kicking into hyperdrive. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in there. Let's hit it. This is genuinely what it looks like when you effectively skip leg day for a month. You know, with my ankle injury, I haven't done a single pressing motion with my legs. It's crazy how much my strength is just gone. My PR was 4 plates on that hack squat. I could barely get 4 reps with 2 plates. It's crazy, but we're gonna get back. Trying to stay slow and controlled on that and really feel it in my calves, trigger that connection instead of it being in my Achilles or my ankle. So these look a lot slower than what I used to do, but I think that I'm targeting it better. Before the steam room, after the steam room. Well, that's going to do it for day 90. I feel really good about today. You know, that was really, really nice. Spent some time in the steam room, got a good swim in, did some mobility exercises in the hot tub, you know, keeping the muscles warm while they're being stretched. It was good. It was a good day. You know, a little depressing to see that much of a strength dip in my legs, but honestly, should have expected it. Like, it is crazy. It really is crazy how much strength can dip in a month. Like, I've literally not done a proper leg day in about a month. I mean, you know, we hit it last week, that, you know, the introductory time back. But, wow. I have some catching up to do. I am probably one of the only fitness content creators right now whose bench press is currently significantly higher than their freaking squat. It's crazy. It's crazy. Nobody else is doing that. And I know part of it is I just need to get more familiar with squat. And of course I need to catch my legs up. So we're going to be upping the intensity of leg days from here on out. Can't have that lagging behind. But honestly, from what I've heard from people, you know, if you've been off for a while, within a month of committing back again, you'll get back to your baseline, wherever you were at. Because it's like I said midway through the vlog there, I mean, my PR on hack squat has been 4 plates. Like, I've done, you know, and by 4 plates, I mean 4 on either side, you know, so 8 plates. There's no way I could have done that today. Absolutely no shot. I mean, my leg press PR is 800 something, 830, I think. No shot I could do that either. So we're going to keep pushing. We're going to get my legs back up and running. My knee started feeling a little weird midway through that. So we're going to, you know, I'm not going to ego lift. I don't care how weird it looks. You know, me only leg pressing 1 plate, then 2, then 3, then 3.5, you know. I don't care. Got to do what you got to do. You got to take care of yourself. So we're going to get my joints back in action. We're going to get my leg muscles back in action, and we're going to catch up. I am hoping, if I can really fast track it, maybe before the end of the month, we can get all the gains back on my legs. Because again, I mean, it was a month off, which granted, that is a lot of time. I mean, that's, what, 8 leg days, right? 2 a week, month, full week. Yeah, 8. Look at that. I'm not a math guy. I like to celebrate the little wins when I can. But yeah, so I mean, 8 leg days of pretty much exclusively leg extensions and hamstring curls. That's bad. That's real bad. You know, that's enough to maintain a little bit of whatever aesthetic you've achieved, you know, a little bit. Even like Sam was talking about that a little bit in one of his recent vlogs, where like when he's coming up to a show, he doesn't want a lot of strain on his legs or his nervous system. He'll just pretty much do curls and extensions, but he's not doing it for a whole month. And well, that's really it. He's not doing it for a whole month. So, you know, I don't think my legs look any smaller, but they're definitely weaker after that month off. So, got to get back to that. Got to get back to hitting it nice and heavy. Got a good bag session in today. Something I'm going to start doing, I'm going to bring my timer from home so that I can start doing like 2 minutes on, 1 minute off, 2 minutes on, 1 minute off to get my cardio going as well, you know. Just really, really max out my nervous system when it comes to heavy bag work. And see if we can't get my gas tank to improve at the same time as my technique. And I'm putting together a recovery system now that I have all of this. You know, like I said at the start of the year, I want to learn to do the splits. I haven't really initiated a mobility routine yet, but I think now I'm going to, because it's going to be real easy to fit it into my existing routine. So anywhere from 3 to 4 times a week, I'm going to do a mobility routine, you know, that's going to try to get me cooking there. And then I'm thinking 2 to 3 times a week. I had also mentioned I want to be able to do a handstand by the end of the year. So 2 to 3 times a week, I'm also going to do some wall stands, you know, that sort of thing, just kind of start getting familiar. So we got some cool stuff coming too, some interesting things that I'm going to start documenting. I'll document it little by little on the vlog here as well as on my Instagram. Instagram, we're pushing for 10,000 followers by the end of the month. It's hilarious. You know, we just hit 200 on YouTube here. Like, I'm literally hoping to hit 1,000 subscribers here. But like, there's a very good likelihood we could hit 50K on Instagram by summer. But I mean, you know, more likely like by the end of the year. It's just funny how that works, you know? It's funny the difference, the disparity between the Instagram algorithm and the YouTube algorithm and how audiences work. But anyway, it's either 88 or it's not 89 because that was pulled. Yeah, it was 88, my last push day. Randomly, the algorithm's really picking that one up. The only difference that I can see in that one is on the thumbnail, I was hitting a pose that looked really big instead of just me being in action. So I'm thinking I'm going to try that a little bit more and see if that is the missing piece of the puzzle. Or it could just be, you know, algorithms are unpredictable. But that one's nearing 1,000 views. That'll be the first, assuming it keeps going, that'll be the first 1,000 view vlog. So that's cool. Again, it's just funny because, you know, on Instagram, I've got a video at 5 million. 5 mil. And over here, I'm celebrating 1K. It's just funny how it works, you know. But I like doing this more than I like doing the short form content, because this, I feel like I'm actually sharing with you guys a little bit more of me. But I've talked about that before, so I don't need to hammer that into the ground. We're gonna go home. I'm going to mix up a protein shake and I'm gonna have a light snack, not really a meal, just a light snack. But I'm thinking for dinner, potentially some salmon and rice or something like that. Some good, simple protein with a little bit of carbs as well. And yeah, we're gonna end the day out strong. Still going significantly under because of going not over maintenance, but over my goal yesterday. And yeah, hopefully we can, you know, flatten out by tomorrow. So yeah, tomorrow's the start of a new cycle going to push day. So I'm thinking I'm going to weigh myself in the morning so that we can get a nice update. I'm expecting, especially because of yesterday, for it to pretty much not have moved much at all. But from here on out, we are really going to push hard. I'm realizing, you know, being hungry is just a part of the deal. It's a mental game. So we're locking back in. We're locking back in hard. I'm thinking, and I'm going to plan this out. This is something I'm going to think through today. You know, part of the reason why I stuck to my diet so viciously hard last year is because I was on 75 hard. And because if I failed, there was a real consequence, you know, starting completely over regardless. And so I'm thinking I'm going to gamify this in some way. I'm going to think of some reward or some challenge of some kind. We'll see. I'll think of it tonight and I'll let y'all know tomorrow. So make sure to tune back in tomorrow. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe. See you tomorrow for day 91. Peace.